get the front of your outfit? There we go.
I'm gonna get you right in the center for Disney. And right here, stay with me. A little more. And last ones.
I think they're enamored with him because he's so human, he's really kind, and he's genuinely a good guy and wants all the right things and is fighting for the right things. And then of course when you see someone like that have that much power and that much ability, it's really exciting and you root for him.
The cool thing about comic books is they do reboot, right? We do start these stories over and over again. We do another origin story. And it felt that way. It felt like this is our version of this story, and we have a lot of freedom to take inspiration, but tell our own story.
You could even do it together if they want to. I know how much
Very good. Well said. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. The show was great. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's a continuation. There was a slight pivot made halfway through, but where we ended up is it is much more of a continuation. Yeah, what we've tried to do, what the writers have tried to do, which I think is really impressive, is that we don't want to alienate new audiences. So we're calling it season 1, and hopefully the story unfolds early on in such a way that you get to know these characters very quickly, you understand the world. So you don't have to have seen all the back catalogue to understand it, but it's essentially it is a continuation.
It changes a little bit because of the script. So what we're doing on the new show is stuff that we've never done before. Our characters are in situations that we've never been in before. They're like brand new and we have to deal with them. And so in that way, you know, there's a process behind that. As an actor, you have to figure out how does this guy you've been playing fit in those situations. And it's always it's a task, but it's so fun, you know, because the character that I play, I feel like he's such a bizarre man that I think that anywhere you put him is going to be interesting. So I'm kind of lucky that way.
That was kind of wild because I'd worked on The Punisher, I'd worked with John before, I'd had a lot of kind of crossover with some of the characters from the Daredevil show. And the thing that's been pretty amazing is streaming's changed. Streaming's changed how we do TV, and it's now 7 years past what we were doing in Netflix. So in a way, the best way I could put it is because of Marvel and Disney Plus, we have more resources. It's just bigger. We were out last night with the Post and VFX guys. We didn't have a VFX capabilities like we do in this one, and you'll see it on the screen.
I think I didn't know it in this real sense, but I mean, not to compare it to musical theater, it has the same vibe. The fandom of Marvel is very similar to the fandom of people who love theater. It's a community that lifts each other up, that's really engaged, it's really creative. Some of the artwork that I'm seeing that fans are doing of Daredevil is so incredible, and it's just like finding a place where you feel like you belong and characters that feel like they're speaking to you. And then the other thing I'll add is I love a lot of things. One of the things that's at the top of that list is this beautiful city of ours, New York City, and I love that Daredevil is a New York-based show where the backdrop of New York City is a character in our show. And I was walking through my neighborhood, and I went up into Hell's Kitchen, and there was spray painted on the wall. Someone had just wrote, "Kids run the kitchen," and I thought, I love it. Like, the kitchen. This is, yeah, it still exists. That place is here. It's real. Yeah. Oh, really? Thank you. So, question for you. You're here. Yes. We're finally here. You're finally here. Do you have a